Hello lads, I am back for part 3. I'm sorry about the sudden end. We didn't actually get to test it out on our phone yet. So what you want to do is go onto your phone. I've got mine right here. And you're going to want to install an app called MIT AI2 Companion. So you have to go onto the Play Store. So I'll show in a sec. If it wants to. Yeah, so Play Store. And then MIT Inventor, App Inventor 2. If you type that in, install the top one. I've already installed it, so it says uninstall and open. So if I just open that, it'll bring up this page, and what you want to do is scroll up, connect, go to connect, okay, if it wants to work, AI companion, what's going on, there we go, AI companion. Alright, and it will come up with the screen. Now, what you can either do, as you'll see in the user interface when you open MIT, it will say connect with code or scan QR code. Now, if you scan with the QR code, you just have to, it'll bring on to camera mode, and then you just apply it in front of the thing, or you could type the code in, but I've already done it. So as you see, the code's in there, and it'll take a couple of seconds to load. But what will happen is this app right here will come up. So if it wants to do anything, it doesn't want to connect. Alright, if it doesn't connect, I recommend refreshing the page, actually going off and scrolling that up, and then just go back on. Oh god. Alright, this is annoying. Basically, I've made another Google account, so this has happened. So sorry for the technical difficulties. However, you know, whatever. Alright, anyway, straight back in. Do not show again, because it's so annoying. There we go, continue. Come on. Alright, it's still loading. Alright, while it's loading, I actually want to show you something I've that's just recently been delivered to my house. And it's this sexy chip right here. It's called a motor driver. I'll actually talk about it in building the in the building of the robot arm. So stay tuned for that. But as you can see, it is loaded. Now we're just going to do what we did again. Connect AI companion. The code changes every time, by the way. So we connect scan QR. Aim it at the screen. Hold it still for a couple of seconds. It'll have connected and it'll load. Here we go. Here we go. Right, so it's connected. And as you can see, there's a slider which you can slide up and down. If you're not connected to a Bluetooth device, it'll say error 515 not connected to a Bluetooth device. But what you can do to connect the device is actually click the Bluetooth symbol, and then it will come up with all the Bluetooth things to connect to. So if you go back, and then you can have, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. But you can click open. Hello. You can click open, and the little number there will actually change. So you can click all the buttons, connect it to the Bluetooth module, and then it will connect to the Arduino, allowing the code to move forward. But today, what I really wanted to talk about is more developing your understanding of how the robot arm's actually going to look and work. So the robot arm I'm going to be currently working on is controlled by only 2 servos. If you're not sure what a servo looks like, I've put up some images right here. So that is a servo right there. It's connected by this little light lead here. There's the ground wire and so on and so on. This little bit spins. Cheaper servos tend to jitter more, and they're just overall not as good quality as the more expensive ones. So if you're made of cash, then I would highly recommend more expensive ones. However, I'm just going to get some fairly cheap ones, but are good enough for the job. For the actual robot frame, yes, I'm actually going to be using Meccano. Reason being, it's extremely light, so the servos will be able to withdraw and lift it up and move it around, so that's good. I also got this image because I just wanted to show you what this is like, an idea. This is actually made of an Arduino, as you can see here, and then there's like a chip, and there's the Arduino there, some sort of motor driver maybe, I'm not sure what that is. And these are the servos. You can actually screw them on to the robot arm. So if you really want to do this project, I would recommend drawing a couple of designs, choosing which one you like the best, and then so yeah, bye now, and really that's all I wanted to speak about. You're gonna need you're gonna need several jumper cables and things to connect to the motor driver. So as you can see, the motor driver has this foam thing in the back. So when you get it, I'll have this foam thing, like I just said, and I have these pins, these spikes. I'm not sure you can see them, but I'll just protect them for now. And what them pins do, you can stick it onto the Arduino, and you can actually use these. However, you have to solder them. So to connect this to the Bluetooth module, you have to actually solder. You have to use the TX and the RX pins, the transmitter and the receiver, and So I just want to talk a bit more about this. So these pins up here, I'm not sure if you can see them. These pins, these like spikes, that's where we're actually going to plug in the servo. That's why there's like 3 holes there and 3 spikes. You can actually control 2 servos, so that's very coincidental. These blue things here are actually screws, so you can screw them up and down onto wires. And it's actually named DC motors and stepper motors. If it's got 3 like holes, it's DC. It's a stepper motor, I think, because it requires 3 wires. And if it's just 2, it'll just be a DC motor. Just red and black. And that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. So thank you for watching, and bye.